I always forget about this cold open in Egypt the movie begins with, partly because this is about as weak as the animation gets. I know these characters are never really seen again, but these guys are barely a rung above Jimmy Neutron levels of animation. Mad that this is the visual quality that kicked off Illumination. So not a great start where that's concerned. It's so weird because the animation in the rest of this movie is pretty solid. But hey, we all have to start from somewhere. Animation aside, in story and humor, it's still a really solid way to introduce us to the Despicable Me universe. As soon as you see the pyramid deflate, you know exactly what kind of movie you're watching. It immediately sets up this world where villains steal significant landmarks, because apparently killing people's too strong a topic for something primarily targeting kids, in an entertaining way. This is then followed by the obligatory news validation of the event, featuring the first of a few off-putting NBC name drops. Very subtle, Universal. Thanks for that. I guess the signs were always there. On to the initial mislead, that cuts the groove from this event.
Which of the world's villains is responsible?
I like that. When we meet the character for the first time, the implication is that he stole it. Already, the script is playing with our expectations in an inventive way. Before becoming a meme, Gru was a completely new take on the villain-turned-good character arc. It may be weird that Despicable Me and Megamind came out the same year with a similar premise, and unfortunate for Megamind as that ended up losing out financially, but they are otherwise completely unique from each other. Megamind is the story of a comic book supervillain, whilst Gru is very much the James Bond gadget-loaded villain. Also, for all their faults, the entire Despicable Me franchise is a whole universe better than what they've done since with Megamind. God, don't even get me started on that again.
And that was how I got an A in Mr. Doodle's political clowning class.
The first thing Gru actually does to establish he's a bad person is so petty. I love it. So unnecessary. As is freezing a whole queue of people. I'm a bit older, but I do know that the freeze ray sequence for a lot of Gen Z is basically a core memory from their childhood. To be fair to Gru, as far as this first movie is concerned, there is absolutely no police presence in this area, so fair enough. We don't see them at all in this movie. Maybe they just know it's not worth bothering him. There doesn't seem to be any spies or superheroes to go up against them either, so what the hell. Also, I found out his full name's Felonious Gru, and we know full well now that convicted felons can still absolutely excel in society, so what do you know, Illumination truly were clairvoyant.
Oh, Despicable Me.
Wow, that's one way to get the title in early doors. Ironically, the beginning of Pharrell Williams' world domination arc, and also Illumination leaning on pop culture music.